Oh, Crusader. The paternity test came back and it turns out I am not the father. Shit. So Gretchel's pregnant with another man's child. And his name's Cregan. That's not a name. Alright, that's a problem we're gonna have to deal with further down the line, I guess. Some bastard offspring claimant to the Vale is not really something I want. So yeah, we're gonna have to, I don't know, appear on the Jaremy Springwell show. It's a Game of Thrones version of Jerry Springer. I don't know if you got that. You probably got that. It's time to clean up the old in-tray for despicable plots, I think, so... We've got our mistress, I think, of Whisperers on the case. So I'm going to get a shitload of messages in a minute. Huh, I could assassinate the king if I so wished. By which I mean, of course, I will assassinate the king. Or at least try. I mean, what could go wrong? Have you noticed how good I've been about returning troops to their home provinces? Well, to home provinces before, standing them down, so that I don't lose any levies. It's especially bad with ships, I think. It's a good job they have Google in the medieval times so that I can look up Cregan. Oh man. So if I send someone to assassinate him, that's not going to work. I could plot to have him killed. No, yeah, we'll stick with that plot to kill the king. I guess that's the sort of thing you really have to commit to. Like, the other conspirators are going to be awfully let down if I just drop it all of a sudden. I see Liness is breaking out the sass again. But it's her way, and it gets results, damn it, so... She's a loose cannon mistress of Whisperers who doesn't play it by the rules. This is the bit where I get hundreds of messages. Oh my god. Alright, so we're down to 17 plots, 16 now from 109. So these should be fine. So someone is offering to be a guardian of my child who has... Is that his opinion of me? He's reasonably good at stewardship. But yeah, maybe not. Kinda don't trust him. And he's not that good, so... So that'd be a no. So young Stannis does need a guardian. And a wife in time. So we'll prioritise by arranging his engagement. She'll do. I don't have any territories I'm fit to inherit from the Riverlands, you see, so... Something like that for Stannis would be good. And it looks like someone in Golden Grove, what I've just done there, sorry, I sometimes do things before explaining what's happened, and by that I mean all the time, but basically Taita's facing a rebellion from Golden Grove, against her control of the Reach, and considering we just put her there and kind of want it to be divided, I don't know who the rebels are fighting for, but we want this under control, so we're gonna back her up, and you never know, she might actually become a friend. But in any case, it'll keep things as they are between the Reach and the Riverlands, which is exactly what I want right now. Judging by the fact that the Riverlands are involved, I'm going to assume that that it is Colmar, or whoever it is now, trying to get the Riverlands back, which we don't want. Good betrothal between Stannis and Urbasand has gone through. And we're just bribing some more plotters. Oh no, wait, he wasn't a plotter, that's right, he's Stannis' guardian, because he's very learned. So we sent him to, educate Stannis, but we were just, making sure that he was incorruptible, so that his stewardship of Stannis Jr. is safe, I guess, trustworthy. Huh. I didn't realise it was that simple, but okay, yeah, that's one minor problem, I guess, but well, I'm not sure. Oh, here's me rushing off ahead again. I've changed my primary title to that of the Stormlands, because that's more in keeping with Stannis' Stannis. So now this is all the kingdom of the Stormlands, and it was really that simple. I was kind of worried that my military would take a big hit from me suddenly becoming a foreigner to loads of people, but actually I'm about as foreign to everyone as I was before, I think. So, no harm done. And nice sort of change of scenery now. Everything's yellow instead of orange. Don't say I never give you anything. Wow, I could have been doing this the whole time. There we go, everything's the Stormlands now. So I guess I'm a lord again instead of a prince. No, maybe I should have reconsidered that, but I'm sticking with it now. Oh, okay. I didn't. Somebody's opinion of me has improved for no apparent reason. They just saw their error of their ways. They saw the error of their ways. And now they're Stannis fans, all aboard the hype train. I have grown increasingly attached to Gretchen, and although our marriage wasn't... Okay, so... Oh, okay. So, if Stannis becomes chaste, but Gretchen becomes more fertile, so it kind of balances out in our favour, I guess. So sure. And, well, it gives us a lot of piety, I guess, which is something. But he's also got a fertility bonus from being in a marriage of love, which is kind of, surprising. That's a turnaround there, considering she's still pregnant with another man's child, but apparently they've bonded over it somehow. Still probably going to kill it at some point. Okay, somebody's going to take the king on a hunting trip and make it look like an accident. Sounds like a good idea. Ooh. So I think Stannis should be groomed for command. Funny thing about that is the cost is proportional to how much money you have, I think. Like, as to how much it costs to educate your child. Which is kind of weird. I guess maybe you just get, fancier stuff for them. It kind of makes sense. But I'm not sure if it gets better results. Like at all. Or if it's just sort of a tithe kind of deal. Child tax. We seem to be in a little bit of trouble here because the Reach troops are busy running away at the moment. And there's a fairly large force that's kind of about to reach Highgarden. Hopefully I'll get the bonus for the river. Oh yeah. Not my son, technically, though. Okay. But, I don't know, I can kind of believe the betrayal, because, she was pregnant with another man's child, so it kind of makes sense that the one she gave birth to was also that same man's child. I mean, double treachery, the child must die. That's what I meant. Yeah, we'll just put a little tick in his box there, just to so that he's easier to find for, you know, non-nefarious reasons, whatever. Alright, so we got probably enough reinforcements reaching that kind of area so that it's not going to be a problem. Like, no matter how many troops Golden Grove send into there, it should be fine. And that should fetch us a tidy amount of war score. Riverlands don't have many troops. Maybe that's because I split their territory in half. Who knows?